Tired of endless, tedious code reviews? What if AI could handle the grunt work, leaving you free to focus on the big picture? In this video, I'll show you my approach to using AI rules for reviewing my own code locally, drastically improving code quality and saving precious time. Let's dive in. Hey everyone, if you're new here, I'm Adnan, a software developer with 15 plus years in the industry. Over the years, I've seen firsthand how code reviews can be bottleneck. That's why I'm obsessed with optimizing AI tools and even building my own just to help developers like you build better applications with less effort. In this video, I'm going to share my favorite approach and IDEs to pre-commit with AI. So now let's see what can AI review in your code. The beauty of AI is its ability to catch things that humans often miss actually. Here's what AI can effectively review in your code. Actually, I have prepared 6 things to mention here. So, the first one is code style and formatting. Consistent code is readable code. AI can enforce style guides automatically, flagging inconsistencies like line length, and naming conventions, and other things. So that's the first thing. Another thing is potential bugs and errors. AI can identify common coding errors, such as null pointer exceptions, off by one errors, and resource leaks. And it can also detect potential security vulnerabilities like SQL injection and cross-site scripting, that is also known as XSS. Also, we have another thing that is code complexity. AI can measure code complexity using metrics like cyclomatic complexity. And high complexity actually means that often code is difficult to understand, test, and maintain. AI can flag these areas for refactoring. The next one that we can often see is duplicated code. AI can detect duplicated code blocks, which can lead to maintenance nightmares. Removing duplications actually improves code maintainability and reduces the risk of bugs. Also, this one is important. Security vulnerabilities. AI-powered tools can analyze code for common security flaws and suggest remediations, making your applications more robust against attacks. And this can include anything from outdated dependencies to ensure insecure coding patterns. And finally, performance bottlenecks. AI can identify potential performance bottlenecks in your code, such as inefficient algorithms, redundant database queries, and excessive memory allocation. This helps you optimize your code for speed and efficiency. And now, let's get practical. I'll show you how to set up rules in Cursor and Windsurf to automate code reviews and get real-time feedback as you code. So, regarding Cursor rules, Cursor provides actually a flexible engine that lets you define custom checks based on patterns, regular expressions, and even AI-powered analysis. So let's see on the screen. Okay, I'm here on their documentation. So in the section of rules, see, yes, here are rules, and you can create rules to enforce like conventions, any conventions prevent common errors here, so improve code quality and do the things here. So you can see the things here, like nested rules, creating rules, generating rules, etc., etc. So this is also important to see and to know if you haven't checked this in the documentations. So always is the best place. Documentation is actually the best place to get the main thing for any of the code editors or IDE tools that you're using. So there are another one here is that also Windsurf. So let's check the Windsurf documentation about rules. So as you can see here, we have also Windsurf rules directory, and we have some suggestions here, like how to write good rules and how to format and what conventions to follow, etc., etc. So you can also check this. But by combining information from both Cursor and Windsurf documentations, you can create a powerful set of rules tailored to your specific needs and coding styles. And here's how to integrate these tools in my daily workflow for maximum impact. So let's check my rules here. In Cursor, open the cursor. You can access rules using command palette. So that's actually Command Shift P or Control Shift P, depending on your OS. And then you have the type cursor rules. And now we can see the view cursor rules here, or actually view user rules. By clicking here, you're navigating to rules here and memo. And here you can see the user rules and you can see the project rule. And depending on the part what you want to do. So if you're using user rules, that means that you're using your own rules and that are like accessible globally. In each of your projects, you have something that you're doing for all projects you're working on. And then you can add this rule, or you can use project rules here. So if you click add rule, it will ask you to create a new rule here. So I'll just write the name like front-end. I don't know, front-end, or let's call it, let's have a better name for it. Front-end code review. Okay. Now it is actually creating it here in the rules folder. So a cursor is actually creating rules in the dot cursor rules and adding it here. So you can see here the one that we just created, and it's called front-end code review.mdc. This MDC means like metadata content. So this is the thing. We have an option here to apply manually, or always apply, or apply intelligently. So we can check always apply, and it will be always true. And now we have to add our rules here. So I'll just go to my GitHub profile here, as I have prepared these. I prepared these rules for the front-end code review, and I'll add a link in the description. And then you can copy these rules here, or just by clicking here, like copy profile. Okay, now you can navigate to the cursor back to here. Okay, and you can just paste the rules. Okay, so what do we have actually in these rules? I'll just go quickly through these, but you'll also be able to check them inside of the file that you download from GitHub or just copy from. So the first thing, this is just like a title, comprehensive front-end code review rules. So how I get this this file here? So I'm not going to be like I made it all myself. But the thing is, usually how I do it with AI tools is actually that create a rules or something, set of some context that I want to create actually, and then provide that context to AI. So I'm recycling my prompts. So I provided the prompt to Claude Sonnet 4 and asked to optimize and create better rules that I actually based on my content there, or context actually. And then I got these rules here. So what we actually have here, my wish here was like to have an option when I type commit into a command into a chat actually here, this file should be triggered and run all the commit things here. So all the checks for the code review, or actually do the code review here. So that's the one thing. And what are we actually checking here? As this is mostly based for the front end, I'm using some files here, style guides here, and as I'm working on both Angular and React and actually Next.js projects, I made this like to be for both of them. But you can make it for yourself because you'll find these states here and sections. So the first one is code style formatting. Second one is actually security vulnerabilities. And I'll just, after this, I'll show how this actually works in your chat. Let me just go. So the third one is performance optimizations. We're checking Angular 20 specific checks. We are using React Next.js 15 specific checks. Code complexity, maintainability, accessibility, type safety, testing readiness, error handling, modern best practices, commit command action steps. And also there's something interesting here. Let me show you that. We are also checking we are checking also regarding the security, if our packages that we have installed from other sources are actually secure, or if they are have some vulnerabilities there. So this is also an important thing to check. Maybe it's somewhere in here in security. Yeah, dependency. Yeah, you can see the dependencies and so on and so on. So this is the rule that I'm using, and now I'm gonna switch to Windsurf. And inside of the Windsurf, we have to add these rules as well. So I'll show you how to do it in the Windsurf. In the Windsurf, you have to click on this box here. They changed the design recently. It wasn't like this before. Check on this rule box here, and just check on the customizations here. Inside of the customizations, you can see the rules here section, and we can add workspace or global rules. By clicking workspace, you name it like here, and then you get your rules there. As I already created this rule and tested, I'm gonna show you here. So in the files, we have .windsurf /rules, actually \, and here's my rule here. So I pasted it, and it's the same as in cursor, so it's always on, and I just pasted that content that I already showed. So also interesting thing here that we are creating a report here and showing the list of issues by critical, important, and suggestions here, as you see. Now I created a component here, actually using like that with code Sonnet 4, and asked to generate some user profile component and create some page here. As you can see, there's changes, just to generate user profile page with some things inside of it to be able to add some user things there. But the interesting thing here is actually that I run this command to check these actually to check the commit here. And also one thing to mention, this commit rules are checking files that we have actually changed here. It's not checking whole project or entire project. It is actually checking just the files or our changes here. So going back to the screen, and now let me show you what I actually typed. So I just typed commit here. You see, yeah, I just typed commit here, and then I get it here, like it ran through to-do list here, checked everything, and we can see the comprehensive commit here, code review. So it says, based on my analysis, profile related files, here's comprehensive code review, and so on and so on. And let's see what it actually found here. So we can see the critical issues here, security vulnerabilities. So I blindly believed and trusted the AI, get everything there, so I haven't checked anything. And now with this rule, I'm able to check if my code is actually secured and some vulnerabilities. So it says XSS risk in profile display on these and these lines here. This page, also weak input sanitization here, local storage exposure, profile data store exposed in local storage, type safety issues here and here. So you can see this is really interesting. And also we're going to the next section that is showing like important issues here, and we can see performance and maintainability, complexity, code quality here. Also Next.js best practices here because the project is Next.js, and there are some suggestions here. So it is suggesting to add missing area labels. So form selection need proper area labeling, focus management, screen reader support, and other modern best practices for validation, state management, component splitting, breakdown into smaller focus components. And here is the code quality metrics. So this is also interesting. So we can see the component length has like 600 lines. Recommend less than 50. It's not passing stated. Function complexity low. We have high complexity function here. Type safety also 85% here of 100%, and correct here, like it has a warning. Test coverage unknown, and it's recommended more than 80%, and we have like 60% A11 score. That's actually accessibility score, and it should be greater than 9. Recommended actions: add input escaping, etc., etc. Commit reels. So commit readiness, sorry, is actually a conditional approval. So we could approve it, but with some conditions. So we would have to improve it to be like ready, but recommend addressing critical security issues before committing to production. Estimate the model impact, etc., etc. And also it says, would you like me to provide specific code fixes for any of the issues? So we are able to say yes, fix the issues there. And also one thing to mention in the front-end code review here, rules that I added. So it's also interesting thing. We can also go here and see integration commands. So instead of just commit and running everything, we can just check parts here. So if you write security, like caps, all caps, we'll get the run only security checks, performance, styles, accessibility checks, etc., etc. So these are all keywords for getting any of these checks inside of these rules. And by combining these practices, actually in your workflow, you can dramatically improve code quality, reduce bugs, and save valuable time during code reviews. If you're looking for AI code review with CLI, check out my tutorial on setting up and using Quantry Coder CLI with your own API keys. It's a great alternative to a GitHub Copilot, GPT, or Claude. The video is linked on the end screen. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.